All right, guys, welcome to our team call. It is Monday, November 30th. So last day of the month, right here. So we've got almost 2 hours left in this month. So if you haven't hit your goal yet, you still have 2 hours. Okay, so you guys heard what is on sale for next month?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hammer and chisel with Shakeology, or hammer and chisel with Energize and the recovery from the performance line.
And a sucky bobblehead. Woo!
Yeah.
What's the price on those?
Normal price is $180, so sale price is $160.
Sweet.
So, yep. So
or the performance line.
Yeah, the performance line comes with the Energize and the recovery.
Okay.
So it doesn't come
Not the whole pack.
with the whole set.
It's like
so,
$180 for the whole pack.
Yeah, coach price.
Okay.
Like 180 for the whole 5 things. So, and if you do have anybody, I mean, hammer and chisel is going to be awesome. But if you have anybody who is money conscious and maybe doesn't have all the weights and the weight bench and everything and doesn't want to get all of that, I would promote Les Mills Combat.
Yeah.
It's still in the 140 pack until they run out.
Sweet.
So, and they don't need, I mean, I guess, okay, I take that back. For Combat, they need like 1 10-pounder for like one move of one of the workouts.
Yeah.
But that's just a water jug or a milk jug filled with water.
Just a milk jug. There you go. So,
you can play that one.
But definitely a lot less. I was like, man, I'm on here again. I thought it was Nate. I'm like, Nate, no, it's Megan. Other coach Megan. Man, what the crap is up with that? Like, I'm not used to seeing your name on here. But I'm glad you're here.
I miss you.
And looking all super cute. Huh. Did you lighten your hair? Sorry, totally off subject.
No. I was at the end of my workout, so I'm like, shit, I gotta log on.
How does she look
anyways,
like after a workout?
I don't look like
Right.
I gotta mute my stuff.
Okay. Okay, so what was I talking about?
Combat.
Promoting Combat. Yeah. So I would promote Combat if they don't want to do hammer and chisel, but still want, something that's good money priced, right? But I think a lot of people are really super excited about hammer and chisel.
Oh, yeah.
So even if they're not really super excited about it right from the get-go, I think we're all starting to post our workouts and stuff about it. I think it'll really get people excited.
Sweet.
And then Scott told you about Success Club prize this month.
Yeah. It's like the best one ever.
I know. So I've got to add Sagi to my wall of bobbleheads.
What is it? A bobblehead?
Yeah, it's a Sagi bobblehead. So yeah,
Body beast bobblehead.
Scott showed you Tony, and I've got Shalene, and I've got Autumn.
Oh wow!
And they had a Shanti one, and it was the Success Club prize like the month before my streak of hitting Success Club, and I didn't get it.
Oh.
Sad, huh? But it's okay. I'll find it on eBay someday.
Yep.
Or they'll come out with one with him wearing like a size tank top or something.
Right?
Yeah, because I think the first one was a T25 was the workout program that he was promoting for. So, okay, so we got all of that stuff figured out. So I know Christmas and the holidays is always crazy. And so it's really good that we do have an amazing workout program coming out to have that fire. But what, by raise of fingers, what is your guys' Success Club goal for next month? 6, 6, 5, 10, lots of antlers. Okay, cool. Good deal. So you guys all want a Sagi bobblehead then, right? Yeah. Sweet. Okay. So
actually knock this out in the first part of the month this time.
yes, that was where I was going with that, is I want you guys to hit your Success Club goal by the 15th. That'll give you 10 days before Christmas. So that'll take care of, and then the whole rest of the year, because you don't want to be like in between Christmas and New Year's with the kids home. If you've got kids at home for
Work parties, Christmas parties, family parties.
the last thing you want to be doing is like stressing about Success Club points. So I think if we all get them done right at the beginning, then, you know, you can still, obviously, I don't want you to stop working or stop talking to people for the whole rest of the month. But then anybody additional would just be bonus. Because I know for a fact, the months that I just kind of and then it's the end of the month and I'm like, crap, I still need 4 more points. That's too stressful. It's not fun to be stressed about having to look for, you know, 2 people that you need to help before the end of the month. You know what I mean? So at least for me, I prefer to get it done in the beginning of the month.
Charge of the case.
Or at least, you know, for sure, like a good chunk of it. Okay. Okay. Good night, Drew.
This morning, 9%.
Good night, Drew.
Yep.
Night.
That was Nate.
Night, Nick.
Night, Nate. All right. So, a couple of things that we had that you guys wanted, had some questions about was Scott asked what you do to keep coaches motivated if they don't see immediate result. I just think the biggest thing is to let them know that you're just planting seeds, you're just sharing your story, and the more seeds that you plant now, just because you plant a seed, it doesn't matter if it's like, obviously it's not going to be grown all of a sudden. You know, some seeds, okay, what's a fast growing plant?
Sunflower.
Wheat? Okay, what? Grass. A blade of grass. Wheat. I said wheat. Wheat. Sweet. Anyhow, you know, some seeds take longer to grow than other seeds, right? Some seeds, by the time you start watering it, they might be ready to already pop out of the ground, okay? So those are the ones who you talk to and they're like, okay, yeah, let's sign up. Yep, I'm ready to go. But then other ones, you know, I don't know if the seed was planted like way down in the dirt, but it takes a lot of watering and a lot of sunshine. And 2 years down the road, it decides to flower. You know what I mean? So I guess that would just be my biggest advice, is just to let them know that, you know, it always seems like in this business you do a lot of work for not a whole lot of results in the beginning, but then there's that tipping point where you do less work for more results. You know what I mean? And you just have to relate them back to their why on why they even wanted to do this. You know what I mean? And make sure that it's more than just, oh, well, I want to help people. Okay, awesome. You know, you can always open the door for somebody at the grocery store. That's helping somebody, right? There's got to be a deeper, like, why? Like, what do you want in it for yourself, right? There's got to be something that they want for themselves. You know, I mean, it really is kind of selfish to want to help people, to help yourself. But if you don't have that deep why of why you want to help others, then it's a lot tougher for sure.
Speaking of that topic, I want to share something that Josh Spencer the Top Male coach kind of shared with me and Scotty Hobbs. I'll put it in our group so you guys can read it. It's basically like kind of like that. It takes time, like a little work at the beginning, and then it pays off. So I'll share that in the group if you guys
How
want to
long
read it.
was it?
Long.
A few thumb scrolls.
Not bad.
So we'll post it in the team page so that we don't take up video time right now. But
Bridget had-
yeah. So what?
and
And then Bridget had a question of how to find motivation that got lost somewhere. I think that basically comes back to the same thing of figuring out why, making sure, like reconnecting with your why. And maybe, you know, on this journey, I know for a fact my why has changed like several times, you know what I mean? And I think that's just kind of the development of yourself. So reconnecting with your why, and then I think getting in a set. Do you work in the morning, Bridget?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Okay, so I would say a morning routine, but maybe even just like a before you work routine sort of thing. Like finding a 5-minute YouTube video that like brings you to tears. You know what I mean? And then watching it every day before you go to work. Also meditating is also really good. I know Brigitte Linford, she says that she does like this notebook thing that before she sits down to work, she'll just like write out whatever comes to her mind, just random thoughts, and basically just like a mind dump so that your mind is completely empty so that you can focus on the things that you need to get done.
She
that
says
day.
it doesn't even make sense. She just like starts like
Yeah, like
screaming on the page and like blurting everything out just to get it.
sentences
Clear her head.
probably don't even make sense, you know. So I know that could possibly help. I would highly recommend reading your positive affirmations to yourself every day. Like 3 times a day is what I say. So, and not just like reading them, but actually vocalizing it and saying them out loud. So, because reading it goes into your head, yes, but when you read it and you hear it, it's more likely that it's actually going to like sink in to what you're actually wanting it to do. Nate?
If I may.
Yes.
You know what? One of the things that's working really, really well for me is making sure I get in front of the mirror. Vocalizing these things out loud is one thing, but if you vocalize it eye to eye with yourself, you have a different level of connection. And I have a different level of connection, and it's really self-supporting to go through and, you know, my crazy I am the one, I'm number one, you know, all that stuff. When I'm really vocalizing that and I'm looking myself in the eye in the mirror, I'm connecting with what I'm saying, and that's really huge on getting me started and getting me motivated. I'm that guy that rides that roller coaster too, you know. But connecting with myself before I get started, I am 10 times more efficient than if I'm just plugging along trying to find it somewhere in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I love that. Yeah, Trina?
Another suggestion is that I had heard is that when you connect your positive affirmation with your body movement, that it also brings a bigger connection to what's going on in your subconscious mind. So if you're working out, chant your affirmations while you're working out, because you're connecting your mind with your body.
Yeah.
Because
In
your
front of
mind
the mirror.
your body moves.
That's awesome. Yeah. That would be good. Write them on. Do you guys all work out in front of a mirror?
I wish I had a mirror. I'd like to
Oh, it's
get
just me. Oh, and Trina.
I
one.
wouldn't get my workout done. I'd be like checking my sexy and everything. I just wouldn't get it done.
Okay, so maybe it's just the dancer in me or something, but I like to make sure that I have like the proper form. You know what I mean? So that I can see them and so that I can see me and be like, oh, this plank isn't really a plank because my butt's in the air, you know, or something. I don't know. I guess I'm just a weird one. I don't know.
No, I totally want a mirror in my workout room.
There you go.
I
Okay.
totally get it. Yeah.
Okay, so someday everybody's going to want a mirror in their workout room, and we're going to write our positive affirmations on our mirror, and we're going to say them out loud with conviction when we're doing our workouts.
Woo!
But don't work out 3 times a day. Maybe just like jumping jacks for your second and third or whatever. Oh, that's funny. Funny. All right, so does that help, Bridget?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So I think it's just a matter of, you know, getting yourself pumped because nobody else can do that but you.
One thing that Doug Moss kind of touched on when we had our corporate meeting with him is a lot of people like work their butt off to get to diamond, and once they hit diamond, they instead of what they did to get to diamond, they flip it and go on the defense of keeping their diamond. So a lot of people like hit diamond and then
they go from
oh,
team
crap.
building to team managing. So, and even as a diamond coach, you should still be spending 80% of your time on team building activities and 20% on team managing. And managing really isn't a good word for it either. Team, for your team activities. Team activities.
But yeah, Doug
Helping your
said that
team,
a lot
I
of
guess,
people
is
like
probably.
push so hard and concentrate so hard on getting to diamond, and then once they hit it, then they like quit what they did to get to diamond and they flip it to
That's totally what just
trying
happened
to
to me.
maintain. Doug says that it happens to 90% of the coaches.
It sucks. Don't ever do it.
Well, I've
Don't
done it.
ever do it.
I've done
So yeah, the key is to make sure you're still doing the same activities that it took to get to diamond after you become diamond. Yep, for sure. And then, you know, just keep adding people to your team and watch for those who are going to be your next diamonds on your team. So, and then spend your time helping them while still doing all the activities that it took to get you there. So anyhow, hopefully that makes sense.
Is there any other struggles that you guys are having?
I in our diamond call that I had today, it was on contact management, like having a list, right? And this list, okay, I have had the hardest time trying to figure out how to keep it all straight. You know what I mean? And she said that she's using Google Streak. Have any of you guys heard of Google Streak? Google Streak. Okay, so I'll post because I just learned of it today, and I know a lot of coaches are like, oh, well, I want to try this out before I pass it down. But by the time it's going to take me to like really try it out, if it's going to work for you guys too, I'd rather have you that much time under your belt too. So it looks like it's going to be amazing, but it basically has a pipeline, okay? And so you add your people and you completely customize it. And I'm going to post a link to a video of a gal that explains it really well, okay? And like all your people start out here, and which was like lead customer, and then she did lead coach, connect and form, invite to a challenge group, in a current challenge group, become a customer, become a coach, sent a third party tool, invited, into the coach open house, and then like no, not right nows. Anyhow, so there's these. You guys have just got to watch the video. It's pretty awesome. But they basically move from step to step in your thing, and you can have it set to like a time reminder so that you can see how long one person's been at the same thing, so that you know, okay, it's been 3 days since I sent her that email link. I better go back and check on her and see if the link even worked or something, you know what I mean? So I'll post the video link to that. It's just a YouTube. But like I said, I just learned of it today, so I think it's going to be amazing, but I really don't know a whole lot about it. I kind of started, but I didn't get like anything customized or anything like that. Oh, and then they have like for like your coaches on your team, like new coaches, emerald coaches, ruby coaches, diamond coaches, so that you have all your coaches separated into the rank groups that they're in too. So that I thought was pretty cool. What, honey?
The movie software won't work.
Oh,
Like it keeps going.
well, hey, you know what? Go get your iPad. It's plugged in. It's been plugged in.
Hurry.
You should be able
We'll
to
be
turn
done
it
in a
on.
minute. Go.
It's been plugged in. Okay, thank you. Anyhow, and you can do auto email responders from it. So I thought that was pretty cool. You can set reminders. So I know one of the things that I want reminders for is like all my coaches' birthdays.
Is there an app for it? Or?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think you get it pretty much all set up on the computer, but there is an app for it too. And it links with like your Google Calendar and your Google Drive, and like it's all built into. Anyhow, so I know that really doesn't explain a whole lot, but I think it'll be a good way to be able to keep better track of people rather than writing them down somewhere and then how many people probably fall through the cracks that you've been talking to. And I truly believe that follow-up is the key, because I'm totally one of those people that had some gal come back to me and like asked again. I totally would have done it. You know what I mean? One of my friends on Facebook is doing like the skincare type stuff. And I'm not saying like do it as a distributor or anything like that, but I probably, if she'd have contacted me again, I probably would have bought it. But, you know, and I still can, but it's one of those things that if there's not an urgency, it's like, oh, you know, someday when I feel like I want to, then I'll reach out to her. So had she come back and asked me, but this was like 3 months ago that I first contacted her because I saw a post on her Facebook. But then she never followed up, and it's still there. And I'm still thinking, oh, well, that would, you know, maybe someday, you know. So don't forget to follow up with people. So, mobile app. Why did I write down mobile app? Who knows?
You were word vomiting on your
I guess so.
Does Hammer and Chisel have the mobile app?
Yeah, mobile app for them to order.
No,
Like
to
an app.
stream or take to the gym.
I haven't heard. I think I probably wrote mobile app down because, no, that would have been earlier. The challenge packs for Hammer and Chisel, our time is noon for the challenge packs. So I'm not sure why I wrote down mobile app. Who knows? Oh, maybe that was one of the things that you could put in your Google Streak is who you've sent the mobile app link to or something like that. but one of the things that
And then let go.
one of the things that Joe Carden always likes to say is to always remember the 3 E's: to entertain, to educate, and then to engage. So, because people want to be entertained, they need to be educated on what we're doing, and then you have to engage with them. So, all right. Do you guys have any questions or comments or anything you want to share? Nate does. Yes.
Oh no, I was just waving to her.
Oh, I thought you were going to have something amazing to tell us.
Okay, something amazing to tell you. All you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, and something amazing will come of it.
20 seconds of insane courage. Cool.
Just saying.
That's amazing.
No, you know that we got to invite like crazy. It's go time to press for the end, you know, through the end of the year to make sure next year hits solid and strong. Set working hours, big time. You know, make it a focal point for, you know, if you had to show up to work for a boss, you'd be on time. Why aren't you on time for yourself? So set those working hours and make yourself accountable to them. At the end of the week, write down in your journal, would you hire yourself or fire yourself over the work that you've done over the last week, and hold yourself accountable at some level, so it's not just a hobby that we're doing. So that's, I mean, my 2 cents is just that. Set your working hours and treat it like you're working for somebody else. And be accountable to yourself. Journal, write down what you're doing at the end of the week, and would you hire yourself or would you fire yourself when it's all said and done? And that gives you a gauge to work harder over the next week, or you know you found your groove.
Mm-hmm.
Over the holiday weekend, I would have fired myself.
Amen. This pot belly going on.
I lost 4 pounds, but I didn't get any work done.
But no, if I were to put anything out there, make sure you stick to your working hours and hold yourself accountable to it. We got to hold ourselves accountable to each other, but if we're not showing up, what's the point, right? So find your why, find your reason, and set your working hours. And seriously, all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, and something great will come of it. And I keep that on my board for when I try to talk to people, especially those people that I didn't feel like I fit in with. You know, it takes insane courage to step out of your comfort zone and say, hey, how's it going? I work out a lot. You want to join me?
Yep. Exactly. Sweet. All right. How did who all had anybody in the coach open house from last week?
Nobody showed.
Just Trina, right? Okay. Have you followed up with everybody that was in the coach open house yet?
No, I was giving them a couple of days to catch up.
Okay.
To see if they watched it all.
Yeah, I know quite a few of the people that I had in there probably lost track on Wednesday.
That's where mine dropped off.
So I would just say check back with them, make sure that they've watched them all. I'll keep it open for a while so that they have time to go through and watch everything. But what I did, because I went, you guys all saw probably if you were paid $500 a month to work out, eat healthy 80% of the time, and share your story, would you do it? So I messaged all those people who messaged me, asked them if they wanted to be in my group, those in the coach open house. Those that did, I put in. But a lot of the people that I got to put into the group, because I think I had like maybe 30 or something like that, people in this last coach open house. Quite a few of them I found, because nice cat. I like squirrel so bad. Posted a video, or not a video, a picture on my like page that basically said the same thing, but also added a little bit more detail to it. And it was a picture of Scott and I on the beach in the Dominican. And underneath it just said, "We help busy parents lose weight and get fit physically and financially." And I boosted it. So a lot of the people that I put in the Coach Open House were from there. So
Cool.
anyhow, that's always just a thought too, you know. So
I think it's $20 to boost it for 20.
well, you get to pick.
Oh.
Yeah, I boosted it for 2 days at $20 a day is what I did. So $40. And so far I have Susan. She's a new coach on our team, which basically from her order of the challenge pack paid for that $40. So anybody else is just on top of that. So Yep. So have you guys, who all has a like page?
I'm in the middle of creating it.
I love like pages. Okay. Have you guys boosted, have you done any advertising or anything like that?
I haven't even published.
You haven't published yours yet? Sweet. Well, when you
I
do,
did in the past.
make sure that you're setting it to your target audience, so that the people who you would connect with are the people who are actually seeing the post. So like I boosted it, well, because I connect better with women. So I directed it more to women my age, with moms, all that stuff, you know, basically your niche market. So anyhow, does anybody have anything else? Nope. Okay. Who's excited for tomorrow? Who's getting hammer and chisel tomorrow? Everybody. Sweet. All right. So, anything else?
Megan, do you have anything to share? Yeah.
Just like me.
My connection is so bad. I apologize. Everything's like every other word, so I'm just like, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, I'm not here.
You'll have to watch the replay for the other half.
I will. I did get what guys, go away. Nate said.
Oh,
I
good.
like that. I got all that didn't cut out. I
Okay.
like the 20 seconds of courage. That's pretty cool. Thank you.
Good.
Okay, I got my outfit picture.
So, all right, you guys. Well, I will let you go for tonight.
Duh.
Duh. Don't
Yeah,
call
like a
duh.
hair moment for a
No, I was just going to ask anybody if for the Fall Classic, I'm going to log out and then log back on, and we'll go over how things went for the Fall Classic. If anybody wants to hop back on. Okay? All right.
Everybody can go on if they want.
Oh, Bridget, you have a question?
So can you message me, or I'll message you to start our one-on-one calls again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll just message you.
Yep. Send me a message and I'll see when we can put you in with some other ones. So I like to kind of group them together so that they're not all strung out throughout the day, throughout the week. So, okay. Sounds
You got this,
good.
Bridget.
What?
You got this.
Got this.
Everybody does.
We got this. I got this. Okay, you guys, I will let you go, and those that want to get back on, go ahead and hop back on. Okay? All right. See you guys.
Right.